guidance as we begin our online class today. May you give us the knowledge and wisdom to understand our lesson, and attentiveness and strength to accomplish the task that we have for this day. May everything that we do and learn find its origin in your wisdom. And through you, may we find its purpose in our life, in our home, friends, in our neighbor today, and in the future. We ask this through Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you, and the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen, amen. So good afternoon, everyone, for another session of our class. Today, we are very excited that we have four reporters scheduled for today. So our task is to complete this before we end our session. Now, just for reminders, so last week we discussed that on August 6th, which is next week, there will be a submission of critic paper. This is coming from the talk entitled Disruptive Innovation Strategy. So basically, it's an individual paper, just telling me about a quick summary. What are your takeaways from it, and how do you relate it with our advanced marketing? Since what we're doing is also somewhat innovative and disruptive in nature, diba? So Times Roman, font 12, 1.5 spacing, number of pages, maximum just 5 pages, comprehensive critique paper. In this critique paper, you can feel free to use RRL, such as the one in EBSCO, previous papers, peer-reviewed, so that you can now be familiar on how to use it. So if you want to code a concept, or you want to code something that is being discussed from a previous study, you may do so, just to make sure you cite it and use the APA format in which it is seen in our red canvas. So for today's presentation, we have four doctorate candidates, and we are going to have the first floor, give the first floor to Doc Louis John de Vera, and very exciting kind of topic. It's called mobile marketing. So very exciting. A lot of companies are investing into mobile marketing. Why? Because what we discussed before, everyone is actually using cell phones. So lahat ng pwedeng gawing mobile marketing, let us listen and learn from Doc Louis. And he will be followed by Dr. Rodriguez, in which she will discuss web design.
Nakinang pinayat ni Aldrin.
And then si Albert, Doc Albert will discuss digital marketing and budgeting. And then if we have more time, we can talk, or Doc Mar will talk about digital analytics and evolution of digital analytics. So exciting topics for today. So maybe let us start the ball rolling. Who would like to start? Doc Louis again. Doc Louis, you would like to start?
Yes, Doc.
Okay, so let's give a virtual encouragement and clap to Doc Louis, and then Doc Louis, you have the floor, and it's up to you, sir. Go ahead.
nakita na ba yung screen, Doc?
Wala pa, sir.
Okay. Saglit lang, Doc.
By the way, sa mga reporters, can you check if you have the capacity to share screen? If not, let me know. I can give you the co-host. So let's start with Sir Louis. Let me see. I'll make you a co-host. Ayan, meron.
Okay.
Ayan, okay, good.
Nakikita na, Doc.
Nakita niyo na, guys? Ako nakita ko sa how about sa other one?
Yes po.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Luijan De Vera. I'm the presenter for today. My topic is all about mobile marketing. Okay. So, what is mobile marketing? So, mobile marketing is any advertising activity that promotes products and services via mobile devices such as tablets and smartphones, according to Kinton W. year 2022. So according to Mobile Marketing Association, it's also defines the use of wireless media as integrated content delivery and direct response vehicle within a cross-media marketing program. So the last one, meaning of the mobile marketings, doon ko siya kinuha sa EBCOHOS. Okay? So according doon kay Dashinsky, sinabi niya, mobile marketing connects businesses in each of their customers at the right time and the right place with the right message and requires the customer's explicit permission or active interaction. So that is the meaning of mobile marketing. So mobile marketing is according to Google researches, mobile is the most dominant platform for searches. So sinasabi ni Google that that the mobile marketing is one of the ginagamit. So as 48% of the consumers use smartphones to starting searching. So pag nagsi-search tayo, we use our mobile phones to search something. So it's worth mentioning that 92% of users are driven to related purchase. So 92% lahat ng nagse-search into mobile phones are 92% yung statistic that they bought or they purchased to the what they are searching. So mobile marketing, it helps companies to reach potential customers whenever they are. So maabot ng mga customers whatever they are aiming to buy. So the key takeaways for the mobile marketing is always an advertising activity that uses mobile devices such as text promos and apps via push notification. So in mobile marketing, audiences are grouped by behaviors, not by demographics. So it is also a subset of mobile advertising. So mobile marketing is also faces not privacy issues related to data collections. Mobile marketing also is affordable than traditional marketing on television and radio. So the difference of mobile marketing and mobile advertising. So according to Molin Broch and Snyder, that explains mobile marketing. According to them, mobile marketing is the design, realization, and control of marketing activities by use of wireless data, transfer technologies on mobile, terminal devices in line with a market-oriented businesses or business administration. And according to Wolfhard, it understands mobile marketing supports of marketing and communication policy on mobile devices through the use of mobile data services that go beyond the mere voice. So what is mobile marketing and traditional marketing? Unlike the traditional marketing efforts, mobile marketing takes advantage of the fact that many users of mobile devices carry them around wherever they go. So as a result, location-based services can collect customer data and then offer coupons, deals, or promotion based on their proximity to a store or a place frequently visited by the customers. So these marketing campaigns can be more targeted and specific to the individual user and should be therefore be more effective for the company doing the marketing. So one of the example may be a marketing campaigns that send full related coupons to a customer anytime they come within a half mile of the specific market. So there are the mobile marketing versus the traditional marketing. It also, an audience can directly interact with your ad in your ads in the digital space. So while the traditional, it is a medium where you can convey your brand message loud and clear. So now, what is the advantages and disadvantages of the mobile marketing? So one of the advantages of mobile marketing is easy to understand. Okay. So one of the biggest advantages of traditional marketing is that people are used to it and understand it easily. So yun yung sa traditional advantages. So everybody knows what a TV commercial is or how to read a billboard ad. The traditional marketing channels easy to grasp and deliver the message in a very simple way. So the second advantages is traditional marketing is it's tangible. Okay. So tangible, something that mobile marketing lacks, in things we can touch, feel, and keep in our homes. Whether it's a coupon made from actual paper or a newspaper ad you can hold in your hands, the traditional marketing is a big tangible objects. So that is the second advantage of traditional. The third one is to face. When it comes to sales, an experienced salesman may find it easier to communicate with a potential customer face to face, or at least by phone. So it is much more direct approach to selling than a social media or a text message. However, direct selling methods don't allow you to reach enough people. So you can reach million people with a Google ad almost instantly. How many can you call or talk to in a person in one day? So that is the third advantage. So the disadvantages of the traditional marketing, it costs a lot of money. So when you consider how expensive traditional marketing, it is your start wondering it is even worth, kung mahalaga ba talaga. So yung naalala nyo yung 22 elections na nakaraan, di ba si Dr. Padilla, it's costly yung traditional marketing like TV ads, okay, it costs 30 seconds is about $500,000. So it costly. So the second one is difficult to track and measure results. So when it comes to traditional marketing methods like print or TV ads, it's very hard to measure the result of a campaign. So for example, you spend thousands of pesos on a TV ad, but no way of tracking the ROI. So how could you know how many people that saw your TV ad or like it and when it to purchase your product? So can you know how many were interested but didn't make a purchase? So a lot of it is based on the guesswork or an estimation. So hindi natin matitrace talaga yung or ma-measure yung sa traditional marketing. So the second one is the third one is the less engaging and not as effective. So in the age of internet and the social media, traditional ads are not engaging as they used to be. It is hard to draw attention to them. You can make the best billboard ad ever, but what's the point? Most of the people are not going to notice because they are looking at their phones at all time. So totoo naman talaga yon na most of the consumers are always looking to their phones. Hindi naman talaga sila nakatingala doon sa matataas na building kung saan yung billboard. So the last one is outdated. Okay, traditional marketing is a kind of outdated. People's habits have changed. They have the consume content has changed. So traditional marketing don't have the power to engage the average consumer. People want exciting, eye-catching, and interactive content that will grab their attention. So traditional marketing doesn't do that for people anymore. So traditional marketing are either disappearing or going online. So kung titingnan natin in a newspaper, direct mail and TV ad, so according to statista sa United States, sinasabi doon na yung yung industry on the traditional marketing, it lost 4.5 billion in a couple of years. So yun yung disadvantages. So how the mobile marketing works. So mobile marketing may include promotion sent through SMS messaging or MMS multimedia messaging, through downloaded apps using push notification, through in-app or in-game marketing, or through mobile website, by delivering using a mobile device to scan QR codes. So proximity of system and location-based services can alert users based on geographic location or proximity to a service provider. So mobile marketing is an indispensable tool for companies, large and small, as a mobile devices have become clear. So the key players in the space are brands, okay, and the services providers that enable mobile advertising. So mobile advertising target audience not so much by demographic, but by behaviors. One of the notable behavior in a mobile marketing space is known as snacking. So when mobile device user check in the media messaging for a brief periods, so seeking instant gratifications that equates to more points of contact for marketing. So what are the benefits of the mobile marketing? So one of the benefits of mobile marketing provides plenty of benefits such as reduced costs, targeting potential customers, or receiving valuable information. So number one is mobile advertising can be measured. So easier to track result. So when you create a mobile marketing campaign, you can track all important metrics that you will help and see how successful it is. So marketers rely heavily on data, which is why mobile marketing is superior to traditional marketing methods. So you can see exactly how many people click on your social media ad or how many daily active user your app has. So you can find out those people are and what are their interested or interests and behaviors. So all the data is right there. So you cannot do that with the traditional marketing. So there is no way of knowing how many people saw your newspaper ad or how people engage with it. So you can only guess, and that's what marketing is all about. So the second one is mobile advertising. Advertising reaches the market. So this development means that the marketers have a golden opportunity to put their marketing messages into the hands of their consumers. And mobile allows marketer and advertiser to reach a much wider audience by doing so. The third one is the location-based marketing. So the location-based marketing, location-based mobile ads are ads that appear on the mobile devices based upon a user location relative to a specific area or a business. So for example, some advertisers may only want their mobile ads to appear with when a user are within the 1 mile radius of their business. So pwede. So it's location specific. So the ability to target user by the location is one of the biggest benefits of mobile marketing. So this means you can communicate with customer depending on their location. So if you do this, you will be able to deliver relevant and timely advertisement. So according to Google, 2/3 of the users say that they are more likely to buy from businesses within a mobile website or app content tailored to their location. So closely lang doon sa location. So one of the specific mile marketing strategy you can utilize, ito yung tinatawag na geofencing. Yun yung nabanggit ni Doc Santa last time. So nag-ano tayo, na-discuss. So these location-based services allows you to send out notification, alerts, coupons, or other offers when a device enters a specific location. So in other words, you can set a virtual fence in a radius around your business. So here's another idea: cover your competitor's location. So this technique is geo-consequencing. So ibig sabihin kung para malaman mo din yung competitor, so this technique is geo-consequencing. Okay? So with it, you may able to pull the customers away from the customers. So next is your competitors are doing it. So kung anong ginagawa mo, they also do it ng mga competitor. So the fifth one is the reach the target audience. So nakakarating ba yung mobile marketing to the right audiences. So the better, or with mobile marketing techniques, you can choose exactly who are the target and what is the message you want to send out. So besides that, people are their phones at all time and take them everywhere. So for this reason, the information they receive on mobile, it feels more personal than on the desktop or the personal computers or in the laptop. So the ability to personalize messages you send out is one of the big advantages of mobile marketing. So that is the content, that the result is the content and ads are highly relevant to the users. So in fact, according to the e-marketing survey, 35% of the users want more personalized content. So next is the reach the target audience. Okay, so there is no delay in mobile marketing. So the messages you want to send to the users are received instantly. So that cannot be said for traditional marketing methods. We live in the fast-paced world where information needs to be spread quickly. So in mobile marketing, it is the perfect way to do that. So you're no longer constrained by the borders of your country, town, or region. You can target anybody who has mobile devices, no matter which side of the world they are. So that is the last is the cost effective. So less expensive. So if you're smart, or if you are smart and effective with your mobile marketing campaign, it will cost you a lot less than a traditional one. So you need to have a huge budget to be able to pay for TV commercials, radio ads, and giant billboards. That's why small businesses struggle in the age of traditional marketing. So usually small businesses cannot afford to have the traditional marketing. So unlike in the mobile marketing, on the other hand, it's not expensive but equally or more effective. So for example, if you need about to have a full page newspaper, okay, magbabayad ka ng 100,000, pero kung halimbawa social media yung gagamitin, it can reach 1,000 people, pero konti lang yung babayaran mo. It cannot cost mga 10,000. So that's why the mobile marketing is very cost effective. So also you can do the social media content marketing for free. Meron ding for free in case you have no marketing budget at all. So which is not the uncommon for the small startups. So it's not only doable but can be quite effective. So that's why mobile marketing and digital marketing in general is so exciting for small businesses. So it brings them endless possibilities. So that's why the time we live in right now is so exciting. So it's abundant with opportunities in mobile marketing. So how to build your business with mobile marketing? So how to, nakikita ba, Doc? So how to start a mobile marketing business? One is to set up a website. So we need to set up a website. People use their smartphone for almost everything these days. And so important that your website is formatted correctly for viewing on the smartphone. So if you have an existing website, many companies offer automated systems that convert your existing website for viewing on the mobile platform. So meron tayong WordPress and GoDaddy are the two great example of the companies that do this. So we can use WordPress and then the GoDaddy. So other companies also completely new version of the website just viewing on the mobile devices, commonly known as plug and play platforms. And the another alternative, if you are comfortable with the writing computer code, is adding in a line of code on your website that is able to determine the screen size and the device being used and adjust the site accordingly. So that is number one. The second is set up your business on the location-based platform or the platform. So setting up your business on the various location-based platforms such as Foursquare, Gowalla, and Facebook is a good way to make your business able to a wider range of people to start running mobile in campaigns. So Foursquare has been a pioneer in this respect, with companies can run various promotions, such offering a discounts. Okay. So the third one is the dive deeper. So to get a real feel and understanding of the mobile ad marketing or advertising, you can need to fully immerse yourself in the experience. So start using location-based platforms wherever you go. Chicken use the various apps available for paying in restaurant or grocery or checkout ads, and then perform various voice searches, all to get the to feel how people might use their mobile devices for customer transaction. So this can help you to design your and mobile ad campaigns more efficiently. So the third one is start a mobile ad campaign. So once your website is set up for mobile device viewing, you have understand how the mobile and marketing world works. It's time to set up your business. So mobile ad campaigns are crucial for elements for businesses to get viewership. So if you have a skateboard shop in the neighborhood or someone searches, so the best skateboard shop near you, you make that your shop pops up in the research, in the searches in the internet. So the last one is the using the QR codes. So QR codes, which are the square bar codes containing information, can be placed in the variety of locations. And once scanned by the phone camera, it directs to the website that can show business website. So promotion or other important informations, they are simple and easy to make your business known. So ginagamit na talaga yung QR codes. So next is, what are the mobile marketing tools na ginagamit? So mobile marketing are the digital tools or the digital marketing strategies that companies use to reach their target audience through a variety of channels that are available on the smartphones, tablets, and other digital devices. So this can include ads placed on the social media such as Twitter, Instagram, and other pop-up browsers. So these are the mobile marketing tools. Okay. So meron tayong Appentative, Localytics, Top Screen, and then the Google and then the Apps Flyer, the Apps Figures, and then the Base, Mix Panel, so the Apple Annie, and then the Branch IO. So that's the top 10 mobile marketing tools na ginagamit that we could use for our businesses. So how much is does mobile marketing cost? So magkano ba? How it costs? So sinasabi dito that the cost of mobile marketing varies depending on the platform na ginagamit and the length of time it's run, kung ilang minutes nagra-run yung advertising. So however, mobile marketing is extremely affordable, usually costing a few dollars for an ad to run for a few days. So mura lang talaga yung pag ginagamit natin yung mobile marketing or mobile ad. So the bottom line, mobile marketing is an affordable way to reach your target audience via smartphones, tablets, or other digital devices where people spend the majority of their time in today's world. So mobile marketing is a low cost, can be targeted based on the variety of inputs from the company. So meron akong case study na nakuha doon sa IBCO host. Okay, i-share ko lang.
Matutuwang San Beda, ginagamit natin EBSCO. You know, EBSCO is very expensive, but it's very, very useful. And when it comes to resources,
Nakita na bang screen, Doc?
the one who sees mobile marketing. Is that the one you want to show?
Nakita na ba, Doc?
Nakita namin yung mobile.
Wala. Ay, stop ko muna and then I will reshare. Yeah.
Sana before kayo mag-graduate, magkaroon man lang tayo ng face-to-face, no? Hindi yung 2-3 years online lang. Di ba, Doc Rodriguez? Iba
Yes,
pa
po.
rin talaga yung when we get together. Well, let's see, maybe on your defense.
Pag-uwi daw po ni Doc Albert, Doc Pong.
Saglit lang, Doc, ha. Hindi ko kasi maano sa sa YouTube.
Siguro while Doc Lou is looking at the materials, I would like to also share. These are some of the pertinent information that I saw in EBSCO. And actually, this is the only one, YouTube. And may nakita ko for you, Miss Espinosa. There's actually a mobile marketing used by farmers. So this might interest you. Baka mamaya this can be something your paper will talk about. Kasi kanina we're talking about the technology of farming. Ito, using mobile marketing and how they make the most out of it for their benefit. So in terms
Hindi
of their market price.
I'm sorry, Doc, hindi ko maano. Sinend ko yung link ng ng YouTube kung pwedeng sino
Sige,
mag-play.
ako na lang, let me see. Before we play the YouTube, another study which was done, I think 2021, is the smartphone as a pacifying technology. This is also found in EBSCO. If you have time, I strongly suggest read this kasi very, very related sa report ni Doc Louie. And ito, in mobile we trust, the effects of mobile versus non-mobile reviews on consumer purchase intentions. So these articles, these academic journals might trigger your interest sa mobile marketing, and it might deepen your understanding as well. Before matapos si Doc Louie, unahan ko na kayo, unahan ko si Doc Louie. The mobile marketing can also be part of your final project. Our final project is coming up with an advanced digital marketing. Maybe you take a look at the company that you're working. Look at the possibility of the application of mobile marketing. Okay, so if that's possible in your report or in your topic, I strongly suggest include it. Okay, so let me just I will share this later after our class. Now let me check the YouTube. So let me share this YouTube na nakita ni Doc Louie. Doc Louie, ito ba yun? Yung Heineken?
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doc. Yung share a sofa.
Champions League, watched by millions. The Champions League, watched by millions of people around the world. 76% of them are watching it on their own, and most of them are watching it with their second screens. So main sponsor Heineken wanted to engage with this global audience without getting in the way of the game.
Hey.
Oh, hello!
Glad you can make it. Come and join me on the sofa.
Hashtag Share the Sofa, the first ever real-time football show designed for the second screen. Hosted by a different football legend every match. And supported by a team of unique characters, we let any football fan on the planet feel what it's like to watch the Champions League with a champion. Fans could chat with their heroes about the game just as easily as they could with their ordinary friends. And as the player gave insights about the match, the characters on set brought them to life, Heineken style. Whether it was the tempo of the match, which team had the upper hand, or just something only a pro would notice. Over 90 minutes, hashtag Share the Sofa created hundreds of shareable reactions to the game and even more meaningful interactions with the fans. Each one conceived, created, and published in real time. The fans weren't the only ones to engage with it. Share the Sofa was picked up and talked about in over 94 countries.
Share the Sofa de Heineken, donde...
And with that in mind, here's Giuliano Belletti with some results. Hashtag Share the Sofa has generated over 1 billion media impressions so far. I am not shitting you. And reaches 13.4 million Twitter handles every game. Heineken has dominated the Champions League conversation more than any other sponsor in the history of Twitter. And it sells beer. Hashtag Share the Sofa, proving there's only one beer worth watching the Champions League with.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. So dito sa sa case study ng Heineken Share the Sofa. So kinuha ko yan yung example sa Ibco host. So yung industry, yung beverage brand, and then yung agency, yung tribal DDB, and then location, global. And then yung marketing objectives ng Heineken is to maximize impact of the championship league sponsorship and drive awareness and engagement, and then to improve their sales. So the challenge is the key insight at the heart of the campaign is that 76% of the people watching the Champions League o ito yung tinatawag nating European football. So we're watching it alone at the home and most of them were multi-screening with tablet and smartphones with watching the game while watching the game. So what's their solution? So share the SOPA campaign created 100 of piece of video content that were broadcast via Twitter live as football matches were playing. So these video clips were made by the football celebrities who shared their opinions and insight on the match in light-hearted and highly visual way from their own SUPA. So the result, the campaign generated over 1.2 billion content views and gave Heineken 79% of the uh, percent share of all conversation in relation to the Championship League online and also lead to 7% increase in purchase intent in the target audience. So what's good about it? So it's great campaign because it takes a clear audience insight on multi-screening and uses this development a core creative concept. The campaign was picked up by numerous media outlets and discussed globally. So adding to each reach the audience and the impact. So that is uh, the result of the Share Asopa campaign, especially in the mobile advertising. So malaking impact siya. So in one single time, you can reach 1 million of people or 1 billion of people, or it could talk by the people in a single time. So that's all my report, Doc. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Doc Louis, and thank you for your report. Probably we can have our let's do a virtual map for the presentation. Maybe a quick Q&A can be done towards the end of the session, since we are expecting 4 reporters. So tama-tama, 45 minutes to 50. So thank you, Doc Louis, for that very informative report. Now, let's go next reporter. Doc Rodriguez, you have the floor.
Thank you po, Doc Pong. Please allow me to share my screen.
Go ahead, Doc.
Ayan, so can you see po my screen in presentation mode?
Yes, Doc.
Okay. Ayan, so for this afternoon, I will be discussing website, your window to your digital world. So please allow me to share with you the concepts, although I am sure website design or web design is actually a quite technical term for us DBA students since we are not IT experts. But as much as possible, I looked into the report, or I prepared the report using the perspective of a manager or a marketer. Ayan. So our roadmap for this afternoon, we're going to discuss the importance of a website, build an effective website, usability and accessibility of website, and responsive web design. That includes website optimization. Now, this as part of our springboard activity, as part of my lecture or discussion, I would like to show you literature from EBSCO again, as advised by our professor. So to start our discussion,
Dito ka na. Dito ka na.
ayan, to start our discussion, let us have our case in point. So before we discuss the concepts of website development and website optimization from the point of view of a marketer or a manager, let us have this research conducted by King et al. Entitled The Influence of Visual Complexity on Initial User Impressions, Testing the Persuasive Model of Web Design. So this study shows that shortly after fixating on web pages, users form initial impressions. So let's see later on how effective web designs would influence the perception of the users. So this initial impression influence how much users will use and return to websites. Researchers have studied how objective design features such as visual complexity influence subjective perception of website content and favorability of initial user impressions. So this study shows the influence of two dimensions of visual complexity. So the feature complexity and the design complexity. So they were tested within the boundaries of the persuasive model of design. So just to show you how it was actually conducted, the stimuli used in the study are represented by the following abbreviations. No? So you have DC, that stands for design complexity, and FC, that stands for feature complexity. So here you will see the researchers have compared, no? For letter A, they have low DC, low FC, or low design complexity and low feature complexity. On the other hand, on the other image, you will see high design complexity and low feature complexity. Now again, another set of images are presented to the respondents indicating low DC, moderate FC. So you will see the difference. No, kindly pay attention to the image. No, you will see that there is a difference in a variety in terms of the design, the color that were adopted. No, so for letter E, there is what you call a high DC or high design complexity and a moderate feature complexity. Now, again, no, on the last or on your right side, no, right side of the image, you have the high design complexity and high feature complexity. So later on, you will see, or as part of our explanation, what makes letter F more favorable to our respondents. So high design complexity sites had more objects, no? Greater irregularity of object shapes. So if you were going to notice letter F, you will see there that there are different shapes, no, that is being applied. Dissimilar objects, greater visual detail, asymmetry of arrangement, and irregular object arrangement. Furthermore, in terms of feature complexity, it was determined by compression ratio of the JPEG file size, no, how clear the pictures are, in terms of kilobytes to file size of raw image. So an easy to access proxy based on the JPEG compression algorithms that eliminate redundant information. Now, as a result of this study, visual complexity predicted user perceptions of the informativeness and the opportunities for engagement of websites. So the web page stimuli were designed to be examples of realistic quality overall designs instead of web pages simply found online that offer variations of complexity. So the findings provide evidence for objective design strategies to increase the likelihood that web designs will function as gateways to critical information instead of barriers. So what do we mean by this? No, as the result of the study, they were able to conclude, or they were able to recommend to increase visual complexity. Researchers and practitioners should consider the following strategies in line with the definitions and distinctions. So to increase the number of unique objects on the pages. So let me go back now to letter F. So there is an increase, no, in the number of unique objects on the pages, including images with rich detail and distinct content sections. So when possible, use irregular shaped objects, no, such as image cutouts instead of standard rectangular borders to increase appeal, especially for users. So vary the shape and size of design elements on the web page so users can easily distinguish unique features and functions briefly. So while information should be clearly organized, placing some design elements or objects off-grid so they increase the overall asymmetry of the pages can help elements stand out and create more visual interest for users in their scan of the design. Now, a website is increasingly everywhere. So websites are becoming more prevalent, and as a digital marketer, your website serves as your physical location. So the only thing you have full explicit authority over is your website. Your website is completely editable. Of course, you can always adjust them, you can always alter or control however you like it. You can also incorporate tools to monitor and measure all website activity, just like what our previous reporters have shown last meeting, no, in terms of the use of the metrics. The criterion by which your entire internet business will be judged is actually your website. Now, let us examine how websites are used, no, as a traffic conversion engine. So this is one important thing that you need to consider when it comes to web design. Websites turn the traffic into prospects and customers. No, so every time that you see that there will be people coming in or logging in to your website, the idea is that in itself is considered to be a traffic, but your main goal is to convert the traffic into something that is quantitative, converting the quantity into something that has a real worth for your company, which is you want to convert that into sales. So as a digital marketer, you have a website that serves as more than just an online resume and introduction to your services. So if you're going to take a look at this slide, no, it says there, your website is not just an online brochure, nor is it simply there to generate huge volumes of traffic, because your main goal is actually or your primary objective why you create your website is for you to convert that traffic into an online sale, or maybe, a booking or a reservation. And then a secondary goal will be an online lead generation. Now, when designing or redesigning your website, it is crucial to keep your goals in mind. Always keep in mind that conversion is the key to successful digital marketing. Ultimately, this conversion will be driven by your website's user experience. No? So think of your website as your conversion engine. If you still remember the case that we have about Wendy's, no, when you collaborated with your group members, there's this part there in the case study that the researcher, the author mentioned that they do not have any way of identifying if the users or their target audience in their application or in Twitter are, transformed or converted into sales. So since naglalaro din yung sales nila during that time. So of course, our main goal is for us to convert, the traffic that we generate, the activities that we create in our website, and convert it into a purchase or full subscription. Now, in this particular slide, no, we have the top websites, no, as of June 2022. Actually, there are a lot. I only trim it down to 5 because I would like to show you the web analytics, no. Top one is the top one most visited website is Google, with around 47 billion visits, no? And you see there a bounce rate. That's 41.78. So let's discuss that. In web analytics, we can therefore monitor the bounce rate in addition to the visitors, because this is, I think, one thing that is important for managers or marketers, no? The percentage of visitors who arrive at the website, bounce, and then leave without viewing any more pages within the same website is referred to as a bounce rate in online traffic analysis. So it is typically a stickiness metric with the idea of being that a successful website will draw users in deeper. So meaning, you would like your consumer or your audience to stay in your website, and dig deeper onto the activities, or let's say onto the features of your website. Now, the idea is kapag ang bounce rate mo ay mas mataas, the tendency is para madali silang umalis. Or let's say pagka-click nila, lalabas sila agad dun sa website. Unlike, for example, let us say for example for Google, no? So kapag nag-click ka kay Google na as a search engine, no, you will have to, make additional searches pa. So the ideal bounce rate is around 20 to 40%. But I have read some materials that says it depends on the industry, or it depends on the type of website. Sometimes a website having a 70% bounce rate, it's still acceptable depending on the activities, no, presented in the website. So just to give you an idea that one of the metrics used in terms of website or how do we measure the effectiveness of the website is based on its bounce rate. So in building your website, it is important to encourage a deeper user attention for us to get, the stickiness, in terms of our users. Moving forward, an effective website is essentially about the convergence of two things: your business goals and the needs of your target. So as you can see, we choose the word effective. We did not use successful in this particular slide. We can always use building successful websites, But according to Ryan, Damien, if you use the word successful, it means that you have already reached your highest goal, So the word effective is being used in this particular slide because people must be able to locate first your website for it to become successful. But if you design your site to meet the needs of the proper people, you greatly improve the likelihood that once they arrive, they will become more than simply a passing statistic. Or meaning, if they have used and consumed the products and services that are available in your website, then most likely we can say that your website is successful. But as of today, what we want to do is we want to first be more effective. Okay, so in this particular slide, just to give you an idea on what are the steps in building your website, of course, we are not IT experts, but just to give us a run through or overview. So first, we have planning. Planning is establishing your goals for the site. Of course, you have to analyze the competition and define your target market. For designing naman or decide on the look and the feel of the site. Just like what we did a while ago, how we reviewed the literature of King et al. They have presented websites with different features. So you have to decide on how your website will look like. Develop, putting it all together, or development. Testing, making sure that everything works the way it should be, or it should be before you let it out onto the internet. And then we also have the RWD, or what you call the responsive web design. So if your customers are mobile, then you would probably be wise to design your site with mobile screen sizes and functionality in mind. Remember, when we create our website, if we're going to connect this one to the discussion that was given to us by Doc Louie a while ago in terms of mobile marketing, it's because a lot of people nowadays are using their smartphones. So it is also very important that you prepare your website to be smartphone ready. And that's based on RWD. And then, of course, deployment. Number 6 is deployment. I would like to ask for your apologies for that. Number 6 is deployment. Deployment is when your new site becomes available on the internet for the whole world to use it, and at some point you will have to refine it. It doesn't have to be na kapag nilaunch mo na si website mo, wala ka nang gagawin. That's it, Of course, it's going to be, a continuous process. So you have to, again, refine what you have built. Now, you need to know why you are building a website. Of course, this is the main thing that you need to do before you start, You need to ask yourself, what is my website for? It is a simple question, but take note, classmates, yet you might be amazed that there are a lot of people who do not usually ask this question. They usually build their websites for the sake of, it's because there are also a lot of competitors building their own websites. So kumbaga, dahil ginawa ng iba, what we need to do is we just have to do also the same thing, Ideally, you should have a clear idea of what exactly your organization wants to achieve from a website before you start building it. So yun nga, dapat alam natin muna, ano yung goal natin? Why do you need to establish a website? Let us look at this slide, and let us see the difference between, of course, a target market and a target audience, so that you will also be guided on sino nga ba talaga yung gusto ko? Is this website entitled for everyone, to see? May pagkakaiba din yan, or kailangan matap din natin yung ating target market. So let us see the difference between target market and target audience. No. Of course, this is in the premise of digital marketing. So a target market is a set of consumers that a company plans to sell or to reach with marketing activities. So a target audience is the group or segment within the target market that is being served advertisement. So this makes the target audience a more specific subset of a target market. Let us also take note, the $37 billion is wasted in an ad spend every year from ads that fail to engage the target audience, which means it becomes useless if you're not targeting the correct market. So for your website to succeed, it needs to appeal to one group of people and one group of people only, and that is your target market. Of course, if you have built already your business, you already know who your target market is. So dahil alam mo na kung sino sila, you may want to tailor fit the website that will catch really the attention of your specific target market. Ayan. So, of course, let us not forget the importance of what you call usability and accessibility in effective web design. So these two concerns are about ensuring that your website's content is accessible to as many people as possible and providing the information and functionality consumers desire in a familiar and comfortable environment. So a simple, elegant, and practical design aids users in more efficiently achieving their goals on the internet. So according to the idea underlying web usability, it involves removing annoyance from the user experience, ensuring that everything is intuitive, and removing obstacles so that users may achieve their objectives nearly without effort. So in short, it should be user-friendly. The objective is to assist the user in carrying out their desired action in the most effective and efficient manner possible. So the rest of the website content, kapag hindi yun nag-serve as in terms of its function, it is considered to be a clutter. Okay, so here you will see web usability components, how easily users can perform the basic tasks during their first visit. Actually, the first visit is crucial kasi that's where you get to see if they will be interested in visiting you again or in digging deeper into your website. Second is how quickly they perform them, how memorable your design is, number and type of errors the users make, and how satisfying it is to use the design. Now, in this next slide, you will see the different elements naman that a website need to have in terms of usability. So of course, you have your responsive design. So the website must look good and not perfect, must be perfectly usable. Navigation, UX matters. When you say UX, it stands for user experience. The user experience matters a lot in building trust and loyalty for your website. So one of the first things that people interact with the website is the navigation. And then the use of media. And also, nowadays, you notice when you visit a website, there are what you call reviews and testimonials. It's what you call a social proof. That is actually considered to be a powerful marketing tools. It also creates or builds the credibility of your company. And then, of course, social media. Your website must be meant to work together with your social media. You need to also have your Facebook Messenger chat. Yung nakikita natin usually sa lower right screen ng ating mga monitor na free to chat or may message us here, yung parang ganon, to immediately communicate with them. And then, of course, last but not the least, you have the call to action. A CTA statement guides visitors to actions like, what do you really want them to do? So gusto nyo ba na mag-purchase sila sa inyo? Or let's say makapag-subscribe sila sa inyo. So dapat merong call to action statement doon sa website natin. So the next one is, aside from usability, you have your accessibility. So the process of building your website to be equally accessible to everyone is referred to as accessibility. All users should have what you call equal access in terms of the content and the features. Although I mentioned a while ago that it should work specifically to your target market. But again, as part of the feature of your website, it should be accessible and it should work seamlessly, specifically for those people with disabilities. Okay, so to give us a better explanation of what is website accessibility and how it works, especially to people with disabilities, let us watch this video from World Wide Web Consortium. W3 is the main international standards organization for the World Wide Web. So they actually create the standards for or the guidelines in terms of the use of the internet and how we create the designs. It was founded actually in 1994 and it was led by Tim Berners-Lee. Yan.
Hi, my name is Shadia Buzan. I'm the Accessibility Strategy and Technology Specialist at W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium. And today, I'd like to tell you about web accessibility. The web is for many people an essential part of daily life, at work, at home, and on the road. Web accessibility means that people with disabilities can use the web equally. For example, somebody who cannot use their arms and uses a mouse stick to type, or someone who cannot hear well and uses captions to watch videos, or someone who cannot see well and uses a screen reader to read aloud what's on the screen. Accessibility has many benefits. For example, captions benefit anyone in a loud or in a quiet environment, and good color contrast works better when there is glare. Also, people with age-related impairments, such as reduced dexterity, benefit. In fact, everyone has a better user experience with an improved layout and design. A lot of accessibility can be built into the underlying code of websites and applications. Web technologies from W3C, such as HTML, provide support for many accessibility features. For example, features to provide text alternatives for images, which are read aloud by screen readers and also used by search engines. Also, headings, labels, and other code supports accessibility and improves the quality overall. Good authoring tools, such as wikis, content management systems, and code editors, help create accessible code, either automatically or with input from the author. Also, web browsers, media players, and apps need to support accessibility features. W3C provides standards to help make the web accessible, which are internationally recognized by governments and businesses. Most well-known is the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG. WCAG is also ISO standard 4500 and adopted in the European standard called EN 301549. It is built around 4 core principles. First, perceivable. For example, so people can see the content or hear it. Operable, for example, so people can use the computer by typing or by voice. Understandable, for example, so people get clear and simple language. And robust, so people can use different assistive technologies. Besides WCAG, W3C also provides the Authoring Tool Accessibility Guidelines, ATAG, which defines requirements for content management systems, code editors, and other software. And the User Agent Accessibility Guidelines, UAAG, defines requirements for web browsers and media players. There are over 1 billion people with disabilities, or around 15 to 20% of the population. The UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities defines access to information, including the web, as a human right. Most countries around the world have ratified this UN Convention, and several have adopted binding policies too. Yet, regardless of any laws and regulations, implementing the accessibility standards is essential for people with disabilities and useful for all. For more information on web accessibility, visit w3.org/WAI.
Ayan. So, meaning we don't just create our websites, no? specifically for our own pleasure or for our own interest. But of course, we have to consider also the users. So that's one thing that we need to consider specifically from W3. Okay, so let's move forward. As a golden rule of effectively writing, or writing effectively in any medium is to know, of course, your audience. So the more you are the more your writing is tailored to your audience, the more effective it becomes. So writing effective web content is about taking what we know about our users in general and the target audience of our website and applying the knowledge that deliver our information in a format that meets those readers. So just to give you an overview, there are 6 guidelines in terms of effectively writing your web content. First, of course, is you have to grab the attention. So let us all be reminded that web users are impatient. No? So forget about flowery introductions and verbose descriptions. So you go straight to the point. No? Next one, make it scannable. Avoid large blocks of uninterrupted text. Use headings, subheadings, bullets, of course, to manage the text or the chunks in your website. Make it original. So unique original content is a great way to engage your users. Establish your relevance and authority, and search engines love it actually. So use the pyramid or the inverted pyramid. This writing style is often used for newspaper stories, tend to work well also on the web. So aim to deliver the most important points of your story first. So normally, those that are found on the upper part, or as you open the website, the first thing that you can see are those that are considered to be the most important, Tapos, going down the page is considered to be decreasing in terms of its importance. So ideally, the user should be able to stop reading at any point and still get the gist of the content. And then, of course, be consistent. So use a simple, easy to read writing style. So if you're going to take a look at the fonts also, wala naman kayo masyadong nakikitang fonts that are quite difficult to read, and keep these things consistent across your sites. If you have a number of people creating your content, consider developing a style guideline and how style to maintain, of course, the consistency. It also adds credibility kasi kapag pabago-bago, let's say for example, yung itsura, as they move forward to your page, the tendency is magtataka yung users, is it still, or am I still on the right track? Ganon. So 6, engage with your reader. So use a conversational style and write as if you are talking to an individual rather than an audience. It will help your writing to engage with the reader on a much more personal level. Okay? So after discussing web content, effective web content, let us now move forward to website optimization. So what is website optimization? It is the process of using tools, advanced strategies, and experiments to improve the performance of your website, further drive more traffic, increase conversions, and grow revenue. So when you say website optimization, classmates, ito na yung pinagsamang concepts ng SEO or search engine optimization ni Doc Francis last time, mobile marketing kanina ni Doc Louie. And also yung email marketing natin also last meeting. So one of the most critical aspects of web optimization is search engine optimization. That was discussed last meeting. So by optimizing your website, you can not only tap the untapped market in the most effective and efficient manner without paying for advertising, but open the doors to more conversions and revenue gains. Now, why is website optimization important? Ayan. So again, this is based on a certain study na global e-commerce sales grew to over $3.46 trillion, making up 16.4% of the total revenue, retail revenue worldwide. It's because of website optimization. The internet has also become the go-to destination to find information on local businesses as well as B2B enterprises. And this is actually what is nowadays yung pinaka evident. The internet is taking over the role of asking a friend in all industries because everything is actually Googleable or everything is searchable. If you don't optimize your website and your content, it doesn't matter how many people search for terms relevant to your business because they will not see it. No? So the bottom line here is we need to optimize our website. So it doesn't matter, again, no, how many people search for phrases related to your business if your website and content are not optimized. So your website won't appear in the search results. Nobody will notice your website or your company. However, when you do optimize for search, you establish a name for yourself. That's why when you say web optimization, mapapansin mo, kapag nag-search ka, for example, kay Google, example, you search for web optimization, may makikita kang mga top results na nandun. It's because they have already optimized their website. So once na key in yung search or keywords, no, unang lalabas yung sa kanila. Ayun, that's the reason why you need to optimize, no. When customers conduct relevant searches, your website and company will consistently come up. So there are a lot of different approaches and strategies, no, you can use to improve your website. And there are also a lot of companies or website developers who can actually, optimize your website creation. So our last slide will give us the 6 vital strategies that will help us optimize our website in all areas. So the first one is optimizing the mobile experience, no? It is no longer enough, no, to have a website that looks and works great on laptops and desktop. Now, to succeed in the online marketplace, you need to focus on your site's mobile experience as well. Ito yung sinasabi kanina ni Doc Louie, no? There has to be a what you call mobile experience. So majority of all traffic, no, in 2018, 52.2% goes mobile already. And nowadays, our smartphone comes in handy, no, and search for a lot of things. So most of the time, we usually use our smartphones, no. That's why you have to optimize the mobile experience. If you have created a mobile website, then there has to be a mobile app, no, that is aligned with your website for you to be able to create a mobile experience. And then the second one is improving page speed. Ayan. So ito, meron sa atin na mga nakaka-experience nito. People do not like to sit around and wait while a site loads up. So pag nakikita nyo loading lang siya, sometimes what you do is babalik ka, or let us say maghahanap ka ng other sites, no, na pwede mong puntahan that is related to your research or to your search or keywords, no. Having a website that loads fast is the first part, no, of what you call a good user experience. A 5-second load time leads to a 38% bounce rate, and the longer it takes, the higher it becomes. No, so tatandaan natin, mainipin ang mga users natin nowadays, especially dahil alam nila na readily available lahat ng information over the net. And then the third one is search engine optimization. It is not just a way to get traffic, no. People prefer and trust organic search results more than advertisements. So 70% of marketers see search engine optimization as more effective than what you call pay-per-click. No? Fourth is tailoring website copy to drive conversions. No? The words you use on your website actually matter more than you think. The design, images, usability, the one that we have discussed a while ago, the page speed are all crucial factors, no? But words control your message, no? So adding a single word to a headline increase conversion by 89.97%. So which means it should give us an idea that we need to make use of effective words. It may not be too long, no, but that word must be effective to capture, no, or to create a conversion. We also have A, B, and multivariate testing. No, this is actually, pardon me for this part, no, but this is way too technical, but I found an example from a certain source, no. So let's say the conversion rate for landing a page is quite low. So example, the conversion rate is low, and your team thinks the copy might be a problem. So you can formulate new, stronger headlines, no, creating new features, and quickly test them in a head-to-head. So meaning, they make use of different metrics and measures, no, for example, multivariate testing, no, to see, no, the impact of which to the website. Yun nga, para makapag-convert tayo. So kapag napansin na hindi masyado nakaka-create ng conversion yung website na yon, the tendency is for you to add more features or to make it, you know, to revise it, no, or to revisit, no, your plans on your website. And last but not the least is optimizing user experience. So owners of e-commerce and small businesses frequently ignore the overall user experience of their website. So consider the fact that you can retain more visitors by providing a better, more straightforward experience for all users, no? So they return repeatedly and more inevitably follow your funnel and do business with you. So by creating a more intuitive, better experience for all users, you retain a high percentage of your visitors. And by creating, maintaining, you know, or retaining a high percentage of your visitors, the tendency is you can make or increase your conversions. Now, as a conclusion to this afternoon's presentation, having a well-designed website can help you make a first good impression on customers. Additionally, it might assist you develop your leads and increase your conversions. But more importantly, it should offer a positive user experience and facilitates easy access and navigation for our visitors of our website. Ayan po. Thank you so much.
Very good. Excellent report, Dr. Rodriguez. Let's give her a virtual applause. Very comprehensive, and I think the usage of the EBSCO reference really pushed all the information that needs to be done. And I like your title. The title of her report is a website, your window to your digital world, which is perfect from the perspective of her presentation. And that's actually what we're gonna do on our final presentation. So lahat kayo, you discuss all the principles, the concepts. On your final presentation, you don't need naman to come up an actual website. You just tell, since di naman tayo IT people, now you know what are the essential website, what are the how do you target, what is the difference between target market versus target audience. So now look at the company that you're helping. Assume that you are hired to do their digital strategy. So on your presentation, maybe just a simple website lang. You don't need naman, kasi again, hindi naman tayo IT, but just the concept where you do application. Kasi right now, very good presentation. You did all the cover, all the principles, the the integration of SEO, mobile marketing, email, like the report of Doc Manolo. So those are the things that is very important. Those are the things that are principles that were discussed during the past few weeks. Now, on your final presentation, you put in application. Show us, or maybe I'll be inviting some of my friends. It's like presenting, this is the regional strategy that we planned for you. So again, you don't need to create a website. Maybe just like what Doc Rodriguez meant, yung kanina sinabi, yung IDC, yung para makita na yung picture, para makita lang nila. Okay? So no need to be technical on that. Para din naman kayo matoxic. Okay, yes, Doc Rodriguez, you have
just to give credit po, the title of the presentation was lifted from Ryan Damien, the one that you have given us, the reference ebook po. Yan po. The chapter was there.
Maganda yung ano. So thank you for a very good, excellent presentation. Now, let us now go to Doc Albert. He will now talk about, again, we know the website, we know the mobile marketing. He will now talk about digital marketing, the budgeting. By the way, Dr. Rodriguez, I really also like the part where you bounce rate, because as a candidate or doctorate, one should also understand yung mga terms like that para you know if the bounce rate is higher ba, that means it's bad or lower, and then what are the strategies on how we can make it. Like for instance, you mentioned 70% is acceptable, but it depends on the activity of the website. Kasi if you look at the first 5 websites she presented, Google, YouTube is videos. So you don't get to see Google search videos, diba? So it has its own character or preference. So again, it depends on your target audience, target market. Are they more on visual? Are they more on if your target markets are more higher in education? Are they more on words, or are your target market needs people who needs disabled? Di ba yung sabi yung parang disability of your website. So those are the things that you need to consider. Again, very exciting because application yung final examination, not the final examination, final presentation. Okay, so again, thank you for the first 2 reporters. Maybe let's have a 2-3 minute stretch muna because it's been two presenters. I think grab some coffee, and then at 5:37, let's go back and give the floor to Doc Albert. Would that be okay? Okay, everyone?
Yes,
Stretch
sir.
stretch muna
Yes,
tayo.
sir.
Yeah, stretch tayo, get coffee, get whatever you want, and then let's convene at 5:37. Okay? So stretch muna tayo. I'll give a background music while we do it. So we resume at 5:37. Thank you.
Noted, sir.
Okay, so let's give the floor to our next presenter, Doc Albert. You have the cloud.
Okay, Doc. Good afternoon, Doc, and good afternoon, classmates. Okay. Doc, kita niyo na po yung screen. Okay. Yes. I will be discussing about the digital marketing budgeting. Okay. So today's discussion will be about budget market, importance of digital marketing budgeting, common problems in digital marketing budgeting, and budget and plan, and then a related case study. So what is a budget market? A marketing budget is the amount of money a business allocates for expenses related to the promotion of its goods or services. Marketing budgets are usually developed on a quarterly or annual basis. Why budget is important in digital marketing? A marketing budget is a guide to ensure that you are staying on target with estimated costs versus the actual cost. Everyone has heard the phrase, you have to spend money to make money. However, many companies tend to underspend on marketing, thinking that by not spending, they are saving. So what are the importance of digital marketing budgeting? So the importance of digital marketing budgeting, it provides a clear sense of direction. It makes the management believe in your efforts as well as you can share the results later. Second, there is clarity on the allocation of financial funds. Third, there's easier coordination and planning of other areas of the company, such as in finance and human resources. It also provides a foundation for comparing actual results. This can give you a clear picture of how much you earn from investing in a particular area of digital marketing. You will also have a better idea of which marketing avenues to choose while looking at your allocated budget. This can maximize your ROI and also prevent wasteful spending. And then a budget also makes the team more responsible with their marketing spending as they are answerable to the management. Common problems in a digital marketing budget. So these are the common problems in a digital marketing budget. First, not in line with the marketing strategy. So do the marketing goals and marketing budgets add up? This is a serious question your marketing team needs to be prepared with. Many companies think of marketing as a luxury and do not spend as much on it. So, however, if you only put in half the effort, the company will reap only half of the rewards. So, second is there will be more cost. More cost does not mean more success. So, some companies think the more the budgets, the more success there will be. This depends on a lot of factors. So, the more expensive choice may not always be the best. And then small budgets. So small budgets can be an issue for digital marketers. The notion that small budgets won't get you any results is a myth. However, it needs to be sufficient enough for the company to grow. And then inaccurate budgets. Many a time companies end up investing in areas that they do not need to do or invest too little in areas they need to. Hence, good market research and company audit beforehand is a must. And then, digital marketing spend by industry. A particular budget that works for one industry cannot work for the other. You cannot use the same budget for another industry. Every budget needs to be industry specific after thorough market research. This can be time consuming for digital marketers. So I'll be presenting you just a short guide to marketing budgets. Here's the video now.
A curveball we often get thrown by clients is, how much should I spend on my marketing? While the first response that generally jumps to mind is how long is a piece of string, in digital marketing you can spend as much or as little as you want. But to hit that sweet spot, we've found that there is a pretty decent way to budget your marketing spend. You've just got to work backwards. Hey guys, it's Hannah here from Neighbourhood, where we help brands find, sell and keep their people. In the world of marketing budgets, you've got to start by considering what you know about your customers. You should be able to determine the demographic and psychographic makeup of your customers based on the data you've received throughout the purchasing process. More importantly, you'll be able to get a detailed picture of their purchasing habits. No matter who your customers are, if they've purchased from you, then there should be a decent trail of information to inform your marketing budget. In this instance, you'll want to identify the average spend of your customers, then extrapolate that out to their average lifetime spend, or as it's more commonly referred to as their lifetime value, or LTV, to your business. If you enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe and leave a like. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that bell so that you can stay up to date on all of our latest videos delivered every week to your inbox. Let's have a look at some numbers to help you understand this a little better. If your customer's average spend is $100, they purchase around twice a year, say Christmas and birthday, and they generally purchase with you for 5 years. We can say that their LTV or lifetime value is $1,000. For the mathematically minded, that's average spend times purchases times customer lifetime equals LTV, or $100 times 2 times 5 years equals 1,000. This LTV becomes important when we get to working out marketing budgets. A good rule of thumb I share with my clients is to spend at least 10% of your customer's LTV on marketing for customer acquisition. So if your situation happens to match those very convenient and round numbers above, you should be looking to spend $100 per new customer. So if you're up to 500 new customers who, on average, will net you $200 a year, you should be spending at least $50,000. That may look like a big chunk of cash, particularly as most of you would have figured out above that the average customer spends $200 a year in this scenario. But it's important to remember we're looking at the bigger picture. Those 500 customers are going to bring in $500,000 over the next 5 years. And there you have it. If you found this video helpful, then feel free to share it with someone you know that needs.
Okay. So the next topic will be about the digital marketing budget plan. So first, in the budget plan, you must understand your costs and revenue. You need to take into account your current costs before formulating a digital marketing budget plan. What are your costs? How much value do your marketing activities create currently? What are your operational costs? You can then plan for the future only after taking control of the current situation. Second, define your marketing goals. So the main goal of every digital marketing plan is to increase sales, both in tactical and strategic terms. In the short term, sales can be increased by running advertising campaigns such as PPC or Facebook ads. However, you need brand recognition and awareness too if you want to grow strategically. So your digital marketing has two major goals, and that is to increase sales and to increase brand awareness. You can further break down these goals into multiple sub-goals or tasks. In terms of increased sales, you must increase website traffic, then you must improve conversion rate, then retarget lost visitors, then create a sales funnel. In terms of brand awareness, you must grow social media followers. You engage more customers. You get more content shares and increase impressions. So let's go back to the budget plan. So the third one is align your marketing strategy. So your marketing strategy needs to be in alignment with your budget. The current targets and future targets need to be clear for the way forward. Next, you can analyze each of your sub-goals or tasks and list the options you have to accomplish them. You should also quantify the sub-goals at this stage. So, for instance, the task is increase the website traffic by 50%. The SEO, PPC, social media, email marketing. So another task is increase conversion rate, create new landing pages, revamp website, design a sales funnel. Then another task is increase social media followers by 50%, say for Facebook. You should have regular updates, boosted posts, viral videos. This will tell you the channels and activities that you can use for achieving your goals. But it might not be possible for a small business to target all channels, which is why you need to prioritize. So the fourth one is select the best channels. This is easy if you've been spending on digital marketing in the past. Analyze past data to determine what worked best and what didn't. So how much did you spend on each channel and what were the results? Which activities should you spend more of your budget on and which ones can you afford to skip? But if this is the first time you're going digital, you can conduct some quick market research to find out the most promising digital marketing channels and activities for your business. Here are some of the simple ways, like competitor research. See which channels your competitors are spending most of their budgets on. Second, customer discovery. Find out the online places where your customers hang out. Do they read blogs or watch videos or both? Are they on social media a lot? Who are the influencers they follow? Third, keyword research. What are the major keywords that are driving traffic to websites like yours? What's the competition for these keywords? What are the average bids? This exercise will help you decide if and how much you want to spend on PPC or SEO on which keywords. Here's a list of possible digital marketing channels and activities that you can choose from. Like as discussed by the previous reporters, SEO or search engine optimization, conversation rate optimization, paid search or PPC, display advertising, social media such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and so on, email marketing, content marketing, mobile marketing, video marketing, and press releases. Going back to the budget plan, the last one is the determine a rough budget. So make a rough outline of your budget. This may not be set in stone, but it will give you an idea of how to go out allocating it for marketing activities. So try to be strict about sticking to it as much as possible. However, there can be unforeseen expenditures. So after shortlisting the most promising channels by looking at your past campaigns or through market research, so this is the time to introduce the costs into the equation. So another one is the simple methods of budgeting. What are those? The first one is affordable method. This is the simplest method of budgeting in which you just estimate how much you can afford to spend on digital media. It's a rough estimate that is largely subjective. So the method cannot be called scientific. However, it's a good method for startups that are sticking their toe into digital media for the first time. So the second one is percentage of sales method. This is a percentage of last year's sales or next year's projected sale is allocated for digital media. Conventional wisdom hints at 10% of sales as your total marketing budget. Input your annual sales and you get a number for your annual digital marketing budget. Third one is competitive parity method. As the name gives away, in this method, you estimate what your competitors are investing in digital marketing and try to match that number. So the fourth one is objective and task method. In here, you determine your objectives through in-depth market research and decide how much you need to spend in order to achieve those objectives. This is the most logical method of budgeting. However, small businesses and startups might not possess the resources to conduct the kind of research required for this method to be effective. So once you have determined your budget, you're ready to allocate it to your selected marketing activities and channels. Allocate more to the marketing activities that are likely to work better than others. So, in terms of the budget plan, work within the budget set and review weekly or monthly. So when you are working with the budgets, keep testing and reviewing. So it's a trial and error. So on a weekly, bi-monthly, or monthly basis, this will help you gauge if the budgets are working for you or not. So on budget plan, analyze your results or over time and reevaluate your budget or strategy accordingly. So analyze your marketing budgets and the results with the marketing team and management. You can accordingly tweak the average digital marketing budget or the marketing strategy, helping you identify what needs to change for maximum results. So I have another video. This is a 6-minute video, but I believe this will help everyone out to understand more about the marketing plan and budget. So here's the video.
In today's video, I'll share an example of an integrated digital marketing plan and projected budget. Digital marketing plans are based on the unique goals and objectives of each company. What you're selling and who you're selling to dictate the activities required to get good results. In the following digital marketing plan, the example company has 3 goals they want to accomplish. Number 1, have more sales meetings. Number 2, create a larger sales pipeline. And number 3, close more deals faster. Metrics and accountability standards for your goals are essential, so you have a clear vision to what success looks like. The success metrics for our example company are to increase new sales conversations from 10 to 50 per month and new leads from 3 to 15. Increase the sales pipeline from 5 to 10 million and increase new deals per month from 1 to 3 and shorten the sales cycle from 90 to 60 days. The company will use digital marketing tactics to accomplish their goals with a strong focus on digital content. The content will be dually used for marketing to increase awareness and engagement, and sales to build relationships and guide buyers' decision-making process, resulting in net new customers. Let's jump into the plan details, including the budget and resources required to get the work done. The example digital marketing plan includes strategy and consulting. The marketing leader or outsourced marketing team needs to spend time reviewing analytics and reports, creating strategic plans, and meeting regularly with key stakeholders to disseminate information and keep the project moving forward. Growth-driven website design. The website is the hub of all sales and marketing activities. It's not something that you can set and forget. The company will continually improve and enhance their website by working on 1 page per month. They'll either create a new page or update an existing page copy, design, or function. Lead generation campaigns. Prospective customers like to self-educate throughout the sales process. The company will create ebooks, white papers, webinars, or other interactive campaigns that address the typical questions and concerns prospects have as they move toward a buying decision. The goal is to create 1 new lead generation campaign every other month. Blog campaigns, my favorite. Blog articles help promote marketing campaigns, educate buyers, and improve search engine optimization. The company will create and publish 1 new blog article every week. Email marketing. Regularly communicating with customers and prospects helps build relationships. You know what they say, out of sight, out of mind. The plan includes a weekly email to target lists. Social media. Being active on social media helps sellers and marketers expand their reach and find and connect with potential customers. The plan includes daily posts to promote marketing campaigns and other industry-related curated content. It also includes strategies to engage followers. Paid advertising. Targeting segmented groups with paid advertising does cost money, but it can be an extremely effective way to quickly get in front of your target audience. This plan includes managing up to 3 ads per month. Sales enablement. Sales and marketing alignment is essential to getting a good return on investment. This plan includes lead scoring, list development, and assisting sellers with writing scripts and templates that align with the marketing campaigns. Search engine optimization. It's all about the search. On-page, off-page, technical SEO, directories and citations, and link building. It's all included in the plan to ensure the company maximizes their opportunities to get found on Google for their keywords and phrases. And last but not least, co-marketing. Another great way to quickly get in front of new potential customers is to partner with a company that shares your audience but doesn't compete directly against you. Time will be dedicated in this plan to find influencers, build relationships with them, and create synergistic co-marketing programs. A plan is only as good as your ability to execute it. There are 3 requirements for a successful implementation. Number 1, a strong foundation. For example, you can't do social media if you don't have social media profiles, and you can't do email marketing if you don't have a good list. Make sure you have everything in place to get the work done efficiently and productively. Number 2, skilled people. One person can't do it all. It would be difficult, if not impossible, to find someone that excels in everything. Imagine having a website developer, content writer, social media specialist, paid advertising, SEO. Every skill requires a unique set of experience and education. Make sure you have knowledgeable people on your team to fill the roles you need to complete your unique plan. Number 3, money and time. The plan requires people, technology, and resources, all of which cost money. Before committing to a budget, analyze how much you need to sell in order to get a return on your sales and marketing spend. Speaking of money, you're probably wondering how much a plan like this costs. To accomplish everything on the list, it would be about $175,000 to $250,000 a year, and that includes the people, technology, and ad spend. On average, companies spend 11% of total company revenue on marketing. That means a company with about $1.6 million of annual revenue should be able to afford a comprehensive plan like this. Good people, a solid plan, consistency, and sticking with it for the long term will ensure you get a good return on your sales and marketing spend. Thank you for watching this lesson provided by Ascend Business Growth. If you like this video,
So that was about the full details about marketing and budget plan. And my last presentation will be about a related case study. So the title of the case study is Capital Budgeting Analysis in Digital Marketing Activities at Yes Cake and Bakery. So this is a business based in Indonesia. This study was made by Muhammad Atras Mafasi. So the purpose of this study is to construct a budgeting plan and investment feasibility analysis to get a complete picture of investment and feasibility in digital marketing in SME. So small and medium enterprise. So a series of structured interviews and brainstorming with the chairman and staff of Yes Bakery to prepare financial aspect in digital marketing strategy in Yes Bakery was conducted. So the analysis was done in capital budgeting method such as NPV, IRR, DTP, and PI with 3 scenarios: optimistic, moderate, and pessimistic. It has been found that the consumer's behavior in seeking for information in order to buying product is shifting to digitalization. So to support the decision in running digital marketing activities after making projected income and cash flow, also conducted an investment analysis to determine the feasibility of investing in digital marketing activities. Both scenarios of optimism and moderate provide an assessment that digital marketing investment is feasible to run. So this is from NPV, IRR, and PI, which qualify for IF. So the discounted payback period of the two scenarios also illustrates that the investment will reach its turning point before the estimated payback period. So the study was conducted in SME, and this paper is a direct application between the tiers of capital budgeting with business practices so that it can become a reference of business owner before investing or developing new products. Okay, so Yes Bakery is an SME engaged in culinary under the supervision of Central Management Unit of Small and Medium Business Development Center and Settlement Puluk Gadun. So Yes Bakery wants to expand its business using digital marketing because now Yes Bakery is still using conventional system in marketing and selling products. Yes Bakery in selling its product relies solely on stores and motorcycle sellers. It is felt by Mrs. Linda, the owner of Yes Bakery, does not facilitate the consumer and also inefficient in the digital era today. So, so therefore, in running the digital marketing strategy, it takes sufficient funds to be invested. Currently, the budgeting system never exists in Yes Bakery. All investments are made on the instinct of the owner. This is because the owner captures all the tasks alone. So the owner never thinks structured in preparing the budget. So preparing of marketing budgets made with digital marketing strategy is necessary for Yes Bakery to know the total funds needed in making digital marketing investment and not over budget. Not just the preparation of budget in making new investments, Yes Bakery needs to determine whether an investment can generate returns and benefits that match the expectations of the owner. So the costs invested are not wasted because the strategy is not feasible to run. So based on the obstacles faced by Yes Bakery and plans for the implementation of digital marketing strategy, it becomes the basis for the authors to succeed the strategy and to make the digital marketing budget as well as the investment analysis of digital marketing activities. So preparation of the budget will be done with several assumptions of conditions expected by Yes Bakery in business development through digital marketing strategy. So capital budgeting. So this is the process of making planning decisions and analysis of opportunities for long-term investments in assets to produce benefits for more than 1 year. So the decision made during the process of development and evaluation of capital budgeting determine the future growth and productivity of the company, and it helps to achieve greatest profitability. So the following are important objectives. The following are important objectives of capital budgeting. First, to ensure the selection of possible profitable capital projects. Second, to ensure the effective control of capital expenditure in order to achieve by forecasting the long-term financial requirements. Third, to make estimation of capital expenditure during the budget period and to see that the benefits and costs may be measured in terms of cash flow. Then the next one is determining the required quantum takes place as per authorization and sanctions. And then to facilitate coordination of interdepartmental project funds among the competing capital projects and to ensure the maximization of profit by allocating the available investable. So discounted cash flow methods, these are the improved methods over the traditional methods. This considered the time value of money. They consider the whole earnings of the proposal and the cost of the project. Because of these reasons, these methods are also called modern methods of investment appraisal. So the discounted cash inflow methods are net present value, internal rate of return, discounted payback, and profitability index method. So the research methodology, this was undertaken in business coaching activities. The business coaching activities are qualitative and quantitative methods. So the qualitative methods obtained from direct interviews with owners and employees and direct observation to stores and factories, while the quantitative method is a supporter data in order to produce a more appropriate problem solving. This method is using the data from the company and the financial statements. After the authors get data related to Yes Bakery, the author further create an analysis of internal, external, and customer analysis to be a picture of the current condition of SMEs, which is connected with the implementation of digital marketing strategy that we run. So after knowing the issues that are considered important, the author shared Yes Bakery to create the budget needed to implement the digital marketing strategy. The author makes a budget based on several alternative digital marketing strategy scenarios that will be due by Yes Bakery. So after creating several scenarios of digital marketing strategy along with its budget, the author returns the decision to the Yes Bakery party related to the selected alternative scenarios. So so there are several stages done by the author in doing business coaching. So these are this figure one stages of the business coaching process. This is the sample. So data collection, content analysis, codification. So these are the analysis used, and then problem identification, problem solving confirmation, then problem solving solution, then business coaching results. So the analysis of this study from the author's interview with Mrs. Linda, Yes Cake and Bakery has not been able to determine whether to create a website or just make changes from existing website. Thus, it cannot be ascertained by the company's capital certainty that they will spend on digital marketing activities. Writers with Yes Cake and Bakery create cost budgets with some scenarios that can later become the basis before getting a decision from the IT vendor to be involved. So, yes, Yes Cake and Bakery Yes Cake and Bakery sales from January to September 2017 are rupiah 1,700,000, which means it's average sales of rupiah 197,000 per month. So the author makes assumption based on the average value to project sales until the end of 2017. So the conclusion in this study, to provide an overview for companies in implementing digital marketing activities, the author together with Yes Cake and Bakery do cost budgeting with several scenarios, because Yes Cake and Bakery initially do not have budget preparation related to digital marketing activities that will run. So preparation of the budget starts from the selection of alternative investment cost website, the preparation of sales target, profit and loss to cash flow. The future budget preparation is expected to provide an overview for Yes Cake and Bakery in running its activities. So the second one is to support the decision in running digital marketing activities. So after making the projection of profit and loss and cash flow, then conducted also an investment analysis to determine the feasibility of investing in digital marketing activities that will be done. So both scenarios are optimistic and moderate assessment that digital marketing investment is feasible to run. This can be seen on the value of NPV, IRR, and PI that meets the investment feasibility requirements. So the discount and payback period, as mentioned in the previous slide, of the method period of the two scenarios are illustrates that the investment will reach its turning point before the estimated payback period. Meanwhile, the pessimistic scenario states that the digital marketing investment is not feasible to run. And then I tried in regards to the expert of budgeting in digital marketing. I tried to call 3 candidates. However, I was not successful. I was able to contact one expert. He was she is an applicant. She applied to me before, so I tried to call her, but she said she's not available for interview. So, but I can, if you would request, so I can try again to call other candidates for this specialization. So that's all for this report. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Doc Albert. Very comprehensive report. Now, as you know, budgeting in terms of digital is something new. In fact, I have some friends who are into the accounting and finance. Maybe you want to explore the topic of contribution of budgeting with regards to the sales. Because right now, there's no definite or specific measure regarding that matter. So again, thank you, Doc Albert. May I ask, the reporters to post your PowerPoint or your notes sa ating group chat, and later on, probably we can post sa red caravan natin para red canvas pala para magamit naman natin red canvas. Now, of course, I think we still have 6:40 to 7 o'clock para matapos ang lahat ng reporters. Let us give the floor kay Doc Mar. Doc Mar, are you there? And he
Yes,
will
po,
talk
Doc.
about digital analytics. So the digital analytics will be the one to summarize, kasi digital analytics are some of the things that to measure. So we discuss SEO, we discuss website, mobile marketing, budgeting. Now, Doc Mar will put the icing on the cake, which digital analytics, information about how to do the customer experience. But of course, we can always expand the topic given to you. So let's listen to Doc Mar. Doc Mar, you have the cloud. And
Thank you, Doc. So let me share my screen po. Naka-presenters view na po. Ay, naka-presentation view na po. Okay po. So, good afternoon, Doc Pong and classmates. I will be discussing about digital analytics. The focus of my discussion will be on the basic concepts of analytics and its application in marketing. My presentation excludes the technical aspect of data analytics or digital analytics, like how analytics work, the algorithm, and programming, and the big data. As an overview, in this era, if you are going to put up your own business, what would it be? Will it be conducted via offline or online? So my dear classmates and Doc Pong, you may type in the chat box your answer for participation. So yun po. Okay, so for me, my personal experience here as a millennial, I set up a t-shirt print and design as my business, which I market and sell mainly via the popular social media platform, the Facebook. What influenced me to do a brick and mortar business digitally? Probably because I'm a millennial living in a digital era, so the trend is to exploit and utilize the digital space. And there is another thing which interests me. As a business practitioner and academician, a business should be customer-oriented. So thus, businessmen, business managers, and experts are analyzing and kept on analyzing the consumer or customer behavior so that they can give more value to them and establish an edge against their competitors. So what interests me is the power of online technology that in the offline world is difficult or not present at all. So in an offline world, you might not understand where your customers heard about your business, what they look at in your store, or even how their post purchases are influencing their current visit. I remember one time when I was tasked to visit a Jollibee franchise located here in Bicol, which is owned by the company where I was working, just to observe how is the establishment performing. So when I'm sitting and observing, I have observed that the guard was so busy and forget to open the door every time the customers were entering or exiting the establishment. So I approached the guard and asked him what keeps him busy. So he told me that he asked by the manager to count and record the customer traffic using the Valdez system. yung Valdez po sa logbook. So that moment, he is tallying the counts. So I approached also the manager. I asked the manager what for. So she explained to me that in order to determine the lean and peak hours, how many customers are entering and buying, so she can manage well the manpower during the lean and peak hours. So just look at the effort of offline businesses. In contrast, those data or information are readily available in the online world. That is the power of data. So digital analytics data can answer all of those questions and more. With data readily available online, we can be creative with it and generate more advanced analysis of this data. So where are we now and where have we been in digital analytics? According to Neil Mason, a digital transformation lead at Accenture Digital and Director Emeritus of the Digital Analytics Association, the evolution of digital analytics from 1.0 to 3.0 is this. In 1.0, data came from just one channel, which is the web, and only one type of tool was available to measure the data. Mainly, the analyst role in this era was working with the tools and handling data. In 2.0, the ecosystem emerges. The data booms and blooms, but still it is focused on one channel, the web. So the analysts begin considering how to make this information easier to visualize, digest, and interpret for others. The analysts now have a role of reporter. In 3.0, which is our analytics today, and probably we're going to 4.0 in the near future. So in 3.0, it is the true proliferation of analytics, according to Neil. User devices and customer touchpoints all multiply, creating an explosion of data. Web analytics expands to digital analytics. So the sources of data came from multiple sources of channel like web, mobile applications, business systems, etc. So the analytics role is no longer about reporting web data, but now involves analyzing multiple data sources, leveraging more sophisticated technologies, and weaving impactful stories from the numbers. Also, according to Neil, the pace accelerates with AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, and we can feel it. So we are now transcending to digital analytics 4.0. To put it simply, digital analytics 1.0 and 2.0 is a descriptive form of analytics. So we're just describing the data. In 3.0, it is more of a prescriptive form, and 4.0 will become predictive. In the near future, the analytics itself, without the aid of an analyst, can predict and do recommendations. Thank you to the power of AI and machine learning. So this Jollibee robot is just the start of what AI and machine learning can do. In terms of marketing, the matrimony of digital analytics and marketing, according to a blog posted by Alan Neck in martech.org, the evolution started as analyzing of thinking about user flow into thinking of a series of events from engaged users. Before, analysis was like, look at the number of site visitors the campaign generated, or see how many page views we were able to get. But now, analytics improved. It has now the ability to attribute online sales to specific marketing efforts became possible. This is what we call event-based analytics. This is the method of tracking and analyzing interactions between users and product, also known as events. So with event-based analytics, tracking the individual steps in the checkout process becomes much easier. Digital analytics available online are now into event-based analytics. These are like Google Analytics, YouTube Analytics, which provide visualized data based on events. To walk through this event-based analytics, I borrowed my brother's and his wife's YouTube channel. So, diretso promotion na din po. Kindly subscribe. Joke lang. So, they gave me permission to show their channel po and their revenue. So, maliit lang naman pa ang kanilang revenue. So, wait lang po. Sorry. Kita po yung browser.
Yes, Doc.
Okay, Doc. So, eto po, just to explore my brother's YouTube channel. So, they are into, their contents are into architecture, heritage, and travel. So, here's the dashboard. You can see the dashboard. And along this, you can see the analytics. So let's go to the analytics. So for this part, we can see how many views, meron total views of 579, and the watch time, number of hours, and how many subscribers ang nadagdag. And yun po yung revenue estimate. So yan po. So if you can see in the graph, it's fluctuating and it's flattened in the entire. So how can we strategize with this? So maybe we can post more videos to get more engagement, more active, more on live contents, etc. So just to see our improvement in our customer engagement. So here, dito na lang po, sa content, we can see also the views, impressions, click-through rate, and the average view duration. So example, for the average view duration, we have this data of 6 minutes, around 6 minutes time lang. So the time span of our viewers is 6 minutes. So maybe we have to create our future videos around these times kasi yun yung current. Pero let's see if we can get more engagement. For example, you have 10-minute video. Will it improve or will it decline? Parang ganun po. So here, makikita din natin what are the videos being watched. Then, how viewers find your videos. So usually through browse features. So for 46%. Then the other rest, YouTube search and etc. are less than 30% to 1%. Then what are the top videos? So we can review na bakit 124 views ito, bakit 59 views lang ito. So ano yung nakakakiliti sa ating subscribers or followers or viewers. So another, we can see a lot of data in the analytics. So lahat provided by the YouTube. So how many are returning viewers? So 30. So pwede na natin itong gawing benchmark na we have 30 returning viewers. So kung itong benchmark natin, along the way in our future contents, ilan ang target nating returning viewers? Then unique viewers, ilan yung mga bagong viewers? And ilan yung subscription? So 7 out of 259, yun lang nadagdag. So parang ganong analysis ba? So kung gusto nating ma-improve ang subscribers, mag-create tayo more contents, then we encourage them to subscribe, parang ganon. So baka sa previous videos natin, we don't encourage them to subscribe. So kaya siguro mababa lang yung subscriber rate. So here we can see also watch time from subscribers. So mostly based ang 65% or 66% generated from not subscribed. So yun, so yung mga nakasubscribe pala sa atin, they watch lesser lang yung nanonood ng videos natin. More, this is coming from more the unsubscribed viewers. Also, yun pala, makikita natin na mas marami ang male viewers natin than female. So, anong pwede natin gawing content to attract more female or to maintain our male viewers? Then sa age din, yun pala ang viewers natin is coming from 25 to 44 years old. So, example, in our initial contents, ang tinatarget talaga natin ay teenagers. So, bakit hindi nanonood yung teenagers? Anong dapat natin gawin? So, we have to research more and improve more. So, this data provide us information we need para ma-improve ang ating channel for the case of my brother. Then, yun. So, revenue. So, yun lang. Yun yung revenue niya for... I'm just happy na monetize na yung channel niya. So, pinagpaguran niya ito. So, pero still, since beginner, yun. Ito pa lang yung kanilang income, pero you can see na ang ad types ang nag-generate ng revenue more coming from the skippable video ads. So, example, gusto natin more from non-skippable or bumper ads. Anong kailangan natin gawin to attract more advertisers na merong non-skippable or bumper ads? Ganun. So, yun po. So, many data coming from the analytics. So yun po. Going back to my presentation. Yeah, so why digital analytics? In digital analytics, virtually sky is the limit. So 3 elements to consider. First is the experience. So experience, as valuable as it is, it does not easily scale. I could not tell easily the people about everything I learned. Also, how I value this experience might not be true to the whole population. So in digital analytics, it is more easily expandable and scalable. The capabilities of understanding how things are working in a collective manner. Then the second one is assumptions. Assumptions are good, but in this fast-paced digital era where everything changes so fast, the assumption or the alternative presented when factored in should quickly adapt and evolve. In my experience po, I did assume that during the hype of the Pokemon Go, if you know the Pokemon Go game, in the Philippines, the community will patronize any t-shirt products with Pokemon designs. Unfortunately, it was not the case. The community did patronize Pokemon designed shirt, but specifically the faction designs only, so not the Pokemon characters. So yung ginawa ko po is Pokemon characters, so it was not patronized. So assumptions po are plausible, but if analytics is applied, the information it gives can prevent dangerous assumptions. Okay, so lastly, another element is faith. My gut feel is telling me that my idea is great and it will be successful. So ganun tayo enthusiast or ka-fire when we do something new. However, ang faith ay with bias in nature. So factoring the reality, it happened that my idea is just great but unsuccessful. So analytics can provide more facts and information closer to reality than the faith with a lot of bias. So another po is, in today's business, so we know that the data is power. So in digital analytics, data is everywhere and enormous. It may came from a website, social media, business systems, search engines, our competitors' sites, agencies, consultants, and so on and so forth. With this data, we can extract information out of it, generating an information that a person can understand. Once information is understandable, we want to contextualize the data and information. Lastly, when information is interpreted in a meaningful context, we wanted to make an action out of it. So just for, you can see in this panel, we started with the data, so 99.9. So what is it? What is 99.9? So with the proper interpretation, yun pala, ang information it provide is 99.9% successful transactions. Then we will contextualize it in our based on the pattern. So we generate knowledge. So we found out that 0.05% below the acceptable level for failed transactions. So to matching that information with our context, our next step is to act. So we wanted to convert the 99.9% success rate to 99.95%. So with this information generated by digital analytics, we can make better or sound business decisions. So now, what is digital analytics? According to Hamel, it is how an organization arrives at an optimal and realistic decision informed by data. So I really like this definition by Hamel in his video in Simply Learn. So here, how is the process of analyzing? So every word in the definition is interpreted. So how is the process of analyzing? Organization is an entity that exists, whether private, public, government, academic, non-profit, etc. And it arrives at an optimal and realistic decision informed by data. So optimal is the best possible solution if there were no constraints. So constraints could be the environmental influence, politics, economic constraints, legal, technological, etc. So lastly, informed by data generated automatically but controlled by humans. So that is the definition of digital analytics based on Hamel. Okay, so here we determine the three elements of digital analytics. First is data. Primarily, data analytics is working because data is enormous and available. Second is the context. Data is meaningless if we can't extract information out of it and contextualize it in business terms. Lastly, creativity. Businesses are now relying on data. So everyone is relying on data, and to gain competitive advantage, we need creativity. So next. Here, we identify the role of an analyst. So what is the role of an analyst in digital and business world? They are the change agents that balance and recommends the best solution that is optimal and realistic. So analysts, with their power to recommend, influences managers to become a data-driven decision maker. Analysts do the tedious works of analyzing data and interpreting and visualizing this data into a meaningful information that is used for decision making. Digital analytics is the game and the analysts are the players. So yun po. So digital analytics is pretty much useful everywhere, whether it is into content marketing, social media marketing, SEO, mobile marketing, email marketing, etc. Analytics is pretty much useful in strategizing as well as analyzing the effectiveness of the strategy. Here, I will present short cases in different forms of digital marketing which help these business cases achieve an optimal and realistic results. So let me read these brief cases. The case number 1 is about Fanatics boost traffic through content marketing. So when Fanatics, an e-commerce store focused on selling sports apparel and other sports-related products, decided that it needed to provide customers with more reasons to engage with the company website. So they turned to content marketing as a solution. So the Fanatics chose a three-pronged approach for their content marketing campaign, one that included timely sports articles meant to coincide with current sporting events, then evergreen content related to various events throughout sports history, and articles that capitalize on new trends and developments in the world of sports as they happen. So this strategy of producing both evergreen and trending content enabled Fanatics to establish itself as a desirable news and entertainment resource for sports fans all over the country. So thanks almost entirely to their content marketing campaign, Fanatics saw a 1,100% increase in organic search engine traffic, along with a 230% increase in the number of ranking keywords on their website. The company's content marketing efforts also enabled it to publish high-profile features on popular sites such as Yahoo Sports, The Score, and USA Today. Case number 2 is about a wholesaler which drives visibility and conversions with social media marketing. So this is about working with an unnamed wholesale distributor. The agency Marketing 360 was able to significantly improve the distributor's visibility and conversions through a thorough approach to social media marketing. So the strategy that Marketing 360 developed for their client consisted of both a social media advertising campaign and boosting social media engagement through organic posts. So ginamit lang nila is organic post. The majority of the campaign's advertising budget was spent on Facebook and Instagram ads. So they focus on Facebook and Instagram ads that were designed for the purpose of driving conversions by capturing new leads and reconnecting with users who had previously engaged with one of the company's ads or social posts through retargeting ads. In addition to this advertising campaign, Marketing 360 also helped the wholesale distributor create consistent content for their various social media profiles to boost its visibility through organic impressions. As a result, the wholesale distributor was able to increase impressions by 22%, increase clicks and engagement by 20%, and most importantly, increase conversions by an impressive 153%. So while Marketing 360 made it clear the campaign ran concurrently with the company's social media campaigns, a combination that played a role in the increased conversion rate, the majority of the new conversion paths began on a social network. This serves as an enlightening example of just how effective social media marketing can be when it comes to increasing both visibility and conversions. Last is about the American Egg Board, boost organic traffic through SEO. So the American Egg Board website focuses on helping grow the business of egg farmers throughout the United States by driving egg consumption through content centered around the benefits that eggs provide. When AEB noticed traffic to its website was steadily declining, the company decided to rebuild the website with an emphasis on search engine optimization. So AEB hired Rise Interactive to spearhead its new SEO strategy, and Rise developed a site-wide keyword strategy and website architecture for the new website that was designed to maximize its search engine ranking. As a result, the new AEB website saw an 87% increase in mobile traffic, 22% increase in overall website traffic, and a 39% increase in recipe sharing. So as you can see from 3 cases, nag-i-intercross ang different platforms or digital marketing strategies. So like sa Eggboard, they use SEO, pero they created website and they match it with keyword strategy na their website can be searched in a ano po sa higher pages, page 1, page 2, page 3. So kailangan nila ng deep marketing research to do that para ma-achieve yung ganong keyword strategy. Then they also their websites is visible in a mobile application. So yun merong 87% increase in mobile traffic. So digital analytics help the businesses analyze whether their chosen digital marketing strategy are effective. From this information, these businesses can advance further their strategy as they establish figures as their new benchmark. So it is one way to use analytics. We can establish benchmark because we have figures to use as benchmarks. Unlike kung ano lang po siya, kung words, mahirap mag-benchmark. So example, the American Egg Board with the current data, yun na po kanina, they can use it as benchmark to assess their future strategies. So let me end my topic with this quote from Peter Drucker. So what gets measured gets managed. With digital analytics, almost all are now measurable. So thus, manageable. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc Mar. May tanong lang si Doc Rodriguez dun sa chat box natin. I think
okay, Doc.
Yes, this was the one. This is the time where he presented YouTube, no?
Opo.
Ito,
specifically,
nakita pa, Doc, yung viewers or numbers lang?
Ano po siya, Doc? Collective po kasi siya. Pero specifically kung sinong viewers, hindi. Pero kung anong category of viewers, like sa age, like sa kung saan galing, geographic location, makikita po. Pero kung specifically sino yon or from yung IP address niya, pwede rin siguro pero it is not available as open source analysis. Parang mas ano siya, deeper analysis which we need to pay.
Yeah,
parang ganun po.
I think with this analytics is more on the big numbers, so you can manage, you get the big picture in a sense. So demographics would be normally the information, where they're coming from, how long, the age range, the gender, the behavior preference. Okay, so let's give all four reporters applause, a virtual applause. Now, before we end our class, is there anyone na hindi nakapag-report? Mukhang during the course of our semester, there are some of us who dropped, some of us did not continue. So let me just have a quick, okay, so let me share. So basically, I'm now at Red Canvas, and these are some of the students that are listed in my student list. And I think some of here, mukhang hindi pa malinis na ata kasi yung, except lang for Paraiso, wala si Paraiso, no? And then, yung ating classmate na yung foreigner, I think wala na rin dito sa list. So baka na-drop na siya. So basically, I have Doc Panaag, Doc Benediga, Doc De Vera, Doc Espinosa, Doc Espiritu, Doc Manin, Doc Orsin, wala si Paraiso, and of course, Doc Rodriguez. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8. So 8 tayo originally. Okay? So, tama ba to guys? Mukha naman tama naman, except lang for Paraiso. Now, the reason why, yes.
Doc, si Doc Win po kasi, ka-group namin siya sa, dun sa project. Ngayon po, Doc, last time kasi nag-chat ako, nag-reply naman po siya, parang hindi ho niya alam na na-drop na siya dyan.
Oo nga eh. So, I think it's best if Doc Win can coordinate with the grad school department. Kasi there might be some technicalities or kasi I'm not as you can see, his name does not reflect in my list. So, yun. So I assume that every single one of you presented na, correct? Your assigned report. Kasi I don't have the list with me right now. So now, this will be the game plan for the next month. So next month is already August 27. Originally, so August 6, again, submission of critic paper, draft communication strategy. This will be individual. Please kindly upload it sa Red Canvas para naman makita nila na ginagamit natin. So, the best, siguro sa assignments, if you can come up, maybe you can just put here or files, okay? And then you just put the title so everyone can see it. Okay, next.
So, excuse me po.
Yes.
Yun dun po kasi sa assignment, Doc, wala po siyang upload na button doon.
Wala
Meron lang.
upload. Okay.
Opo.
Siguro what we can do na lang is sa files na lang. Para
Yes
siguro
po,
may
sa
upload.
Ayan po, opo.
Ayan, sige. I stand correct. So, let us use na lang the file. Thank you, Doc, for me. So, let's have an upload kasi tama si Doc, wala ang upload ata ang assignments. Assignments is designed for discussion lang ata ito. More on discussion. So, tama. You cannot upload it. So, what we're gonna do is on August 6 or on or before August 6, you can submit your paper. And then, originally, it is also scheduled for presentation of advanced marketing, which is a group project, which is equivalent of your midterm examination. Or what we can do is my suggestion. I can use August 6 to use for guest speakers because we have a lot of digital marketing topics that was not covered. So I would like to invite some of my guest speakers so they can either talk about other digital marketing strategy topics and or maybe some of them can brief up some of the topics that we discuss. So that would be the plan. So mas gusto yun na lang gawin natin muna. No? And then, if that's gonna happen, then the original presentation of advanced marketing will be moved to August 20. So mas gusto ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Very good. Okay, so August 6, I will be inviting again guest speakers. Hopefully that they will say yes, although I already invited them in advance. Now, August 13 is we are class 2. So we are going to have an asynchronous. So my suggestion is since you guys have some group presentation, maybe you can use this date to meet up online and finalize your paper. So since what we did was we moved the guest speakers from August 20 to August 6, now the presentation of your the group presentation is now scheduled on August 20. Now, since 8 lang naman kayo, so that means 2 groups, I would assume that you guys meet outside our class. There's this proposed format which can be seen in our advanced marketing platform. Nandito, Messenger. Advanced, yan. Sa advanced marketing natin, if you want to look at the format and would like to recall the format, click the files and then ito yun. Marketing plan for example natin when we were discussing on the earlier part of the course. Now, this is just only suggested format. Again, as doctors, or if you feel that the group decide to come up with additional inputs, you may do so. Okay, so do not like what you guys did in your presentation. You actually went more than what is being assigned. So good. So that is for August 20. So I would we would be expecting two groups. Originally we had three groups, so two groups with 4 members each. And then last day of August 27 is scheduled for finals. Our final presentation or our finals is equivalent to the digital marketing plan. Again, if you want to recall the format, we are going to use the Hanlon second edition work example. This is actually this reference is being suggested by our colleague, si Doc. I forgot his name, but it was this references. Again, these are some of the guidelines. If you want to put website, SEO, mobile marketing, you may do so because again, we want to think outside the box, diba? So these are some of the suggestions. I want to see then some of the contribution from your end in this this format. And then if you scroll this one, it gives you a good example on how it's done per section. So medyo mabagal ang internet ko, so that's it. Now, on August 27, at least out now, let me before that, let us just finalize the group because I might the original list is not with me right now, pero since you are here and we can finalize, let's do it here now. So originally we have 3 groups, and we decided to make it 2 groups kasi some of you nag-trap like Min and si Lagdameo Ataw. So let us just finalize if you still remember your group mates. So group 1 ba is this 4 members? Doc Manaag, Doc Espiritu, Doc Arcine, and Doc Rodriguez, correct?
Doc
Ay
Pong.
po, Doc. Kasama po si Doc Mar.
Inadapt po nila ako, Doc.
Doc Manolo.
Mar po.
Mar. Okay. And then for group 2, o meron pa ba sa group 1? Wala na.
Doc,
Ay,
sorry po.
Sige po, Doc.
Ay, Espinosa po, tsaka Paraiso, Doc. Ano po.
Wait. Paraiso is still active.
Ay, wala na po ba?
Wala na si Paraiso. Oo.
Ay, sorry po.
Last time, Doc, nag-report po si Doc Jade.
Oo nga po.
Last week po.
Paraiso?
Yes po.
Yes po, Doc.
So let's go to group 2. Tama ba? Group 2 ba siya?
Yes, Doc.
Okay. Who else sa group 2?
Espinosa po.
Okay. Who else?
Wala na, Doc.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Sige. Tama. Okay. So I would assume that the same groups sa presentation of advanced marketing. Tama ba?
Mm-hmm.
Para hindi na kayo mag-iba-iba. Okay? Okay. So yun. Lalagyan natin dito. I will yeah. Now, towards the end, all I would like to ask to all my fellow doctors is to just come up with a portfolio. A portfolio is just a collection or parang a compilation of what you guys did during the course. So probably you can include the assigned report. Maybe kasi you have some notes. Kasi what you guys presented, PowerPoint, you can also include that. Okay? Maybe some of it Canva. So it's a PDF soft copy. And then kindly include the critic papers. Yan yung mga disruptive innovation, or maybe some of the things that I cannot recall. Maybe there are some other critic papers that we ask you to do. And then of course, yung Wendy's case, this is a group case, but I would like to also see a copy of your own from the group effort. So kunwari si Doc Rodriguez, she belongs to group 1. But when I look at her portfolio, the group output, meron siyang copy. So that means okay lang yun. Kung same ang, kunyari pares kay group 1 sa Wendy's, so I expect Doc Manaang, Doc Espiritu, Doc pare-pares lang Wendy's na, because that's the contribution of the group. And then obviously the advanced marketing, which is equivalent to our midterm, the digital marketing paper, which is the finals, and then it will be fitting if you can put your resume, the latest resume, and then just put a table of contents para it would look professional in the sense that, and then sa cover, the usual logo ng San Beda, and then DBA 107, advanced marketing, and then your name, and then is this the third or second?
Third term.
Yun, third term, and then you put account academic year 2022, 2023, or 2022 to 2023. Or 2021 to 2022. I don't know na kasi trimester kasi sa beta, kaya I'm not sure with the academic year. So this will be submitted on August 27 towards the end. Kasi obviously you cannot submit this during the time that you are presenting your advanced marketing. Yes. So before we end, is there any clarifications or clarifications or questions on what's going to happen for the next 3 meetings, 3 final meetings? Any clarification? Ayan, go ahead, Doc Rodriguez.
So question lang po, since we're already planning for the presentation of advanced marketing and for the digital marketing, these are 2 different companies po ba, Doc? Or we are allowed po to continue the advanced marketing paper and turn it into digital marketing po?
Yeah, that's a good question. You can actually do one company with advanced marketing, and then you can since you already have the data of that company, then maybe you can do the digital marketing as well. Para one rin. Total, it has different impacts, or sometimes yung information nila interrelated din naman. So I would allow that for one company, one advanced marketing, one digital marketing plan.
Thanks po, Doc.
Yes. Any else? Any questions? So let me just stop this one. Maybe this is time that we can open our camera and take our picture. Nakakatuwa siguro yung makita from day 1 to day. So open the camera. Let's. Hello,
Lagyan lang po ako, Doc, sa phone.
Yan. Sige, okay lang kahit phone yan. Okay.
So, login ko lang po.
Sige.
Naka-laptop po kasi.
No worries. Good job, everyone, for your paper. And let us look at it if your digital marketing can be a research paper eventually. Okay? So again, in the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Okay. So I think it will have perfect shot. So again, thank you guys. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir.
Be safe. God bless.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Bye.
Thank you po.